Good morning. Well, let me tell you, I've debated on whether or not to talk about last year. Yeah, it wasn't a good year, but I thought, you know what, I'm not going to get into the emotional side of it because I'm a big wuss and there was a lot of emotional stuff that went on. But this is kind of my diary, right? Remember way back when I started the YouTube thing for my future grandbabies? Well, I don't want to put anything real negative or sad, if I don't have to on here. But reality is, it's still kind of my diary. And I've enjoyed kind of sharing all that stuff with you guys. Well, we'll kind of go back to last year, before my work season started, right? And when everything started happening, all the chaos. And one of the things that happened when I was doing my crafty things, my work season hadn't started, so I was at home and I was doing all my crafty things. And I got really bombarded with orders, which is a good thing. Oh my goodness. Which is a good thing, I love doing that kind of stuff. But when everything went haywire, when I was shipping stuff out, all of a sudden, during that same time, I was getting notifications that people weren't receiving their items. It would show that it was delivered, and they paid through PayPal. I've always used PayPal, never had any issues with PayPal. Stuff I've mailed off, I've never had any issues mailing stuff off, maybe delayed, but they always got their merchandise, product, whatever it was, right? Well, all of a sudden, nobody was getting mail. I had over $2,000 worth of products and merchandise that I had created and shipped off, and over $1,500 of that people had said they didn't get it. Now, mind you, because I've used PayPal, I've shipped stuff all over the United States, never had any issues, maybe something broken, and then I would replace it, no big deal. I ended up having to return all the money, which I wanted to, give everybody their money back, and shortly after I did that, my PayPal was hacked. Something happened with my PayPal. They shut my PayPal down. It was down for probably 4 months, and which was okay because I wasn't creating anything, I wasn't selling anything, I was focused on the issue of the chaos that we were having. But during that time, my anxiety turned into panic attacks, everything was haywire. So in that same time frame, my computer, my laptop, which I had all my designs on, went blue. The screen went blue. That happened to me once before a while back, and I had to take it to the guy that does computer stuff where I live. Problem was, this time, businesses were closed down. I didn't have any way of my laptop is still not workable for me right now. I haven't even messed with it. So, I had been without all of my information, all my designs, blah, blah, blah. Then, right after that, hold on, somebody's trying to call me. Right after that, my hotspot, if you remember, I used an AT&T hotspot, and that gave all my devices internet. I paid my bill. All of a sudden, nothing. 4 days went by, no email back. That was my only contact with them. But I'd had the service for, 4 years. Never any issues, never thought about it. Thought this is okay, this is This is 2020. This is what we're dealing with. Didn't hear back. So I was sending emails. Finally, they got back to me. Their service that they sold to people got dropped. They had... I didn't even get my money back from it. I don't know how many other people. I could read the reviews, and everybody was up in roars. Well, I was stressed out enough about everything else. I didn't even mess with it. So my laptop was down. My designs are in my laptop. Hopefully I can recover them, but I can't use my laptop. Then I lost my internet. I had no way of searching for anything, right? So then I ended up having to go back to regular phone internet, where there's internet on my phone. It's not a hotspot, it's just phone. That uses a lot of data. All of this was piling up. I felt like I was going to have a heart attack, y'all. And then right after that, what was the other? There was something else that happened. I can't remember. But anyway, those three things, like back to back, happened. I got everybody their money back. I had no internet. I had my phone. I could call, but I had no internet. I couldn't get on Facebook. I couldn't get on YouTube. I couldn't do anything. And my phones are prepaid. I've had them this way for years. I dumped contract years ago. I couldn't even get the prepaid cards. Well, I could go online to pay them. But guess what? I couldn't even do that because I had no internet. The library was closed. There was so much stuff. So that's why I kind of dropped off the face of the earth. And then shortly after that, that's when some emotional things, family things, friends things, we all know what was going on politically. I won't get into that. But it was just chaos. And that was like the first three things that had happened to me that caused my anxiety, my panic attacks, and for me to drop off the face of the earth, I guess. So now I'm a little bit back on track trying to. But those were the first three things that happened to me in 2020 that kind of was, I don't want to say devastating, but it was exasperating. I lost all control. And with somebody who has anxiety, once it goes from anxiety and then to panic attacks, I mean, it feels like you're going to have a heart attack. That's really tough. So, three things that happened to me in 2020 that was hard. Alrighty, y'all. Adios.